Are you looking for a budget-friendly laptop that delivers some serious performance? Then the 2024 ACER NITRO V15 is something to check out. Welcome back to another video, and today we're taking a look at a budget-friendly gaming laptop that delivers some seriously impressive performance. And no, I'm not talking about that £200 Minecraft gaming laptop that's available on TikTok Shop. Let's just start by looking at the specs of this laptop. Inside you get an octa-core AMD Ryzen 7 processor, as well as 16GB of DDR5 RAM. The real showstopper for this laptop, however, is the inclusion of a newer generation GPU. This is something that usually takes a backseat when it comes in at a lower price, but not with Acer. The Nitro V15 has an NVIDIA RTX 4060 inside. Unfortunately, the display does take a bit of a hit though, as it's only a 1080p IPS panel, but it does have a 165Hz refresh rate. They also claim that this panel covers 100% of the sRGB colour gamut, something that we'll take a look at later. It's not to say that there aren't other configurations available, this is just the one that I have. The price of this laptop varies depending on what model you go for. This particular one currently retails for just under £1,000, but there are models that go as low as £699. One thing to keep in mind for the UK people is if you buy direct from the Acer website over here, you'll only get limited to the Intel i7 variant, but over in the US, you get a lot more options. When it comes to the build, the Nitro V15 has an all-plastic chassis with a heavy nod to the gamer aesthetic. The one that I have is pretty standard, but I have seen some pretty cool holographic designs out there if that's something that you'd prefer. There is significant flex in the keyboard of this laptop, and it's something that's more noticeable when you're typing for longer periods of time. The keys do feel nice, but I would have preferred a bit of texture to them when I'm playing games. And unfortunately, I'll talk about the trackpad later on.
Alright then, keep your secrets.
Size-wise, as the name suggests, this is a 15-inch laptop that comes in at around 23.5mm thin. This isn't super bulky, but given some of the gaming laptops that are on the market today, it does come across quite thick.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy! Damn!
It weighs in at just over 2 kilos, but if you didn't tell me that, I'd assume it was a lot heavier. It's not uncomfortable or anything, it's just a big laptop. Overall, I think the build quality can be summed up in one word, and that's affordable. There is some significant flex in the display, and the hinges don't exactly fill me with confidence. Right now would also be a good time to make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and make sure you turn those notifications on so you never miss a video. Going back to the trackpad, I felt that this is something that needed to be dressed on its own. Put simply, it's dreadful. The textured coating makes my fingers stick to it when I'm using it, there is no smooth motions when navigating around, and its precision is pretty much non-existent. There is definitely room for improvement when it comes to the trackpad. I think one of the main reasons this laptop is so budget friendly is its display. As mentioned, it's a 1080p IPS panel with a 165Hz refresh rate. It has a low brightness with a max of 265 nits, and I did mention this earlier, they do claim that it covers 100% of the sRGB colour space, but in actual testing, it seemed to only cover around 68. Personally, if it was me, I'd prefer to pay a little bit extra money and get a better panel. That being said, the viewing angles are pretty good. It's not all bad though. For a budget laptop, it does have a lot of ports and connectivity. It comes with a USB 4 port, HDMI 2.1, as well as gigabit Ethernet. One weird thing that I did notice was when plugging in a power cable in, it did require me to push it in quite hard. And I don't know if this is my specific model or whether it's a wider issue, but it was something to keep in mind. There's a lot of bloatware that's included on this laptop, but Acer have included their Nitro software, and this can be accessed through a shortcut on the keyboard. The software allows you to control a lot of the laptop's internal settings, as well as adjust what Acer calls scenarios. These are just different performance modes that change depending on whether the laptop is plugged in or not. This is great for when you're playing games and you want to get the absolute most out of the performance power of this laptop. One other feature that I found cool was that you can change the boot logo to whatever you want. The 4060 GPU coupled with a lower resolution display gives this laptop some impressive performance. The cooling of this laptop also really helps when you're driving those higher frame rates too. Playing WWE 2K24 at the highest settings was great too, there wasn't any lag or stutter, and playing online was a breeze, with the laptop's Wi-Fi 6 card. So where does this laptop sit on the market? I think it's a great budget-friendly option, and it really delivers some serious performance. The gameplay that I experienced was pretty good. I only had very minor issues with the frame rate dropping, but this was only when I was playing more intensive games. This is a budget-friendly laptop, and that's definitely something that needs to be kept in mind. I do wish they'd gone for a better display, but the RTX 4060 and the 165Hz refresh rate does make sure that you get some smooth gameplay. The build quality is okay too, there is a lot of flex, but I'm personally not a fan of the all plastic design, but that's something that you might get used to. And because it's so bulky, it doesn't feel cheap. I think there are laptops out there that can be purchased at this price point on sale that are better than it, but it depends on what you're willing to trade. The Thunderbolt port and the HDMI 2.1 is a nice inclusion on this laptop, but I do think the display, especially the trackpad, aren't perfect. I'll leave a link to both the UK and the US Acer website, so you can check them both out for yourself and see which configuration you'd prefer. Like I said, this is a great budget-friendly laptop, and it's definitely something if you are on a budget, you should check out. If you've made it this far into the video, I do really appreciate it, and if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. I plan to be posting at least once a week, if not more. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, and I'm open to feedback, so let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.